The Outsiders by Susan Eloise Hinton.
It's too late now, Johnny said. Here they come. 5 soldiers were coming straight at us, and from the way they were staggering, I figured they were real and pickled. That scared me. A cool, deadly bluff could sometimes shake them off, but not if they outnumbered you 5 to 2 and were drunk. Johnny's hand went to his back pocket, and I remembered his switchblade. I wished for that broken bottle. I'd sure show them I could use it if I had to. Johnny was scared to death. I mean it. He was as wide as a ghost, and his eyes were wild-looking, like the eyes of an animal in a trap. We backed against the fountain, and the soldiers surrounded us. They smelled so heavily of whiskey and English leather that I almost choked. I wished desperately that Derry and Soda would come along hunching for me. The 4 of us could handle them easily. But no one was around, and I knew Johnny and I were going to have to fight it out alone. Johnny had a blank, tough look on his face. You would have had to know him to see the panic in his eyes. I stared at the soldiers coolly. Maybe they could scare us to death, but we would never let them have the satisfaction of knowing it. It was Randy and Bob and 3 other soldiers. They recognized us. I knew Johnny recognized them. He was watching the moonlight glint off Bob's rings with huge eyes. "Hey, what do you know?" Bob said a little unsteadily. "Here's the little greasers that picked up our girls." "Hey, greasers." "You're out of your territory," Johnny warned in his low voice. "You'd better watch it." Randy swore at us and they stepped in closer. Bob was eyeing Johnny. "Nup, pal, you're the ones who better watch it. Next time you want a broad, pick up your own kind. Dirt." I was getting mad. I was hating him enough to lose my head. "You know what a greaser is?" Bob asked. "White trash with long hair." I felt the blood draining from my face. I've been cussed at and sworn at, but nothing ever hit me like that did. Johnny Cake made kind of a gasp and his eyes were smoldering. "You know what a soch is?" I said, my voice shaking with rage. "White trash with mustangs and mattress." Then, because I couldn't think of anything bad enough to call them, I spit at them. Bob shook his head, smiling slowly. "You could use a bath, greaser, and a good working over. We've got all night to do it. Give the kid a bath, David." I ducked and tried to run for it, but the soldier caught my arm, twisted behind my back, and shoved my face into the fountain. I fought, but the hand in the back of my neck was strong, and I had to hold my breath. I'm dying, I thought, and wondered what was happening to Johnny. I couldn't hold my breath any longer. I fought again, desperately, but only sucked in water. I'm drowning, I thought. They've gone too far. A red haze filled my mind and I slowly relaxed. The next thing I knew, I was laying on the pavement beside the fountain, coughing water and gasping. I lay there weakly, breathing in air and spitting out water. Wind blasted through my soaked sweat shirt and dripping hair. My teeth chattered unceasingly and I couldn't stop them. Finally pushed myself up and leaned back against the fountain, water running down my face. Then I saw Johnny. He was sitting next to me, one elbow on his knee and staring straight ahead. He was a strange greenish white and his eyes were huger than I'd ever seen them. "I killed him," he said slowly. "I killed that boy." Bob, the handsome Soch, was laying there in the moonlight, doubled up and still. Dark pool was growing from him, spreading slowly over the blue-white cement. I looked at Johnny's hand. He was clutching his switchblade and it was dark to the hilt. My stomach gave a violent jump and my blood turned icy. "Johnny," I managed to say, fighting the dizziness, "I think I'm going to be sick." "Go ahead," he said in the same steady voice. "I won't look at you." I turned my head and I was quietly sick for a minute. Then I leaned back and closed my eyes so I wouldn't see Bob laying there. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. This can't be. "You really killed him, huh, Johnny?" "Yeah." His voice quavered slightly. "I had to. They were drowning you, pony. They might have killed you, and they had a blade. They were going to beat me up." "Like?" I swallowed. "Like they did before." Johnny was quiet for a minute. "Yeah," he said, "like they did before." Johnny told me what had happened. They ran when I stabbed him. They all ran. A panic was rising in me as I listened to Johnny's quiet voice go on and on. "Johnny!" I nearly screamed. "What are we going to do? They put you in the electric chair for killing people." I was shaking. "I want a cigarette. I want a cigarette. I want a cigarette." We had smoked our last pack. "I'm scared, Johnny. What are we going to do?" Johnny jumped up and dragged me up by my sweatshirt. He shook me. "Calm down, pony boy. Get a hold of yourself." I didn't realize I was screaming. I shook loose. "Okay," I said. "I'm okay now." Johnny looked around, slapping his pockets nervously. "We gotta get out of here. Get somewhere. Run away. The police will be here soon." I was trembling, and it wasn't all from the cold.